So excited to talk to you today about this partnership
Yeah.
with Valentine's Day coming up.
Mhm.
So I guess to
Yes.
jump right in, tell me a little bit about yeah, this collaboration and kind of how you fit in with it.
Sure. So we're doing an awesome little virtual event on it's on February 10th, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and it's on the website called I'm a Veggie Lover. And excuse me, it's myself and Damona Hoffman, and we're just kind of going to be talking about everything under the sun. We're going to be talking about, vegan, dating experiences, me being a flexitarian, how that is, affected sort of, my relationship and everything going on there. And then just kind of shooting some other questions, whether it's talking about Outer Banks, other projects coming up,
Hmm.
checking in on people, talking mental health. I mean, kind of everything under the sun. So it'll be exciting. It's limited seats for the Q&A. So anybody who's watching this, go sign up, because if you don't, you might miss out. I don't want you to do that.
Yeah. Well, so tell me about what exactly is a flexitarian? What's the definition?
Sure. So, I really don't know how I came up with the term, but for me, Maddie is obviously vegan and I'm not. So finding a way for me to implement these different dietary, restrictions into my life. So I've sort of adapted a lot of plant-based, options into my diet because of my relationship, as well as trying things like pescatarian dishes, vegetarian dishes, and still getting my daily dose of, or not daily, but, trying meats and still kind of keeping those things in my diet. So it's been my way of sort of showing people who are meat-based eaters that it's an easy way to sort of transition into other diets and to not be scared of trying something different.
Yeah. So this survey by Sweet Earth's Food is what showed
Crazy,
that.
right?
Yeah, I mean, compatibility when it comes to
Right.
dietary preferences, but you haven't seemed to have that problem.
No, I mean, I'm fortunate that Maddie and I are pretty open about our diets and have none of those issues. I mean, I saw one of the statistics was like people think that having a vegan diet is worse than having credit card debt. And it's pretty crazy that, certain people see things in that perspective. And so
Yeah,
thankfully, Maddie and I don't have that. We are totally, none of that is sort of an issue and never has been,
right.
which is
That's
kind of cool.
wild.
But other people have, different perceptions on it.
Yeah, exactly. Different priorities, I guess.
I
Well,
know.
so
Yeah,
you are based right now in South Carolina. You're filming season 2 of Outer
I am.
Banks. It's almost been a
Hmm.
year since Outer Banks hit Netflix. How would you say your life
I
has
know.
just
Hard to believe.
changed?
Um, Drastically. I've had crazy, you know, wild experiences since it's happened. I mean, I'm just so thankful that people have, embraced the show and like it. I mean, I know so many people who go so long in this industry hoping to get validation for a project, and to get it on this level has just been kind of the craziest experience. And not just because of the show, but because I work with incredible people, and it's
Yeah.
not just people in front of the camera, it's everybody behind the camera. So yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I've had beautiful experiences with people who have, opened up about their struggles with mental health and how the show has helped them. Also, I've had people almost run me over with their car and destroy their front bumper, trying to get a picture. So there's
Yikes.
a vast, variety of fan engagement that we've had in this short year, especially with it all predominantly being during a global pandemic. So I think for me, I'm just excited for all of this to, safely come to a close, and to get out there and, get to meet people, face to face. I mean, this whole virtual thing has
Yeah.
been, a crazy transition, but I'm ready to get out and travel and see people all over the world who've watched the show and embraced it. And I think we owe it to them to, get out and go meet them all.
Definitely, definitely. What was it like reuniting with the whole cast? Obviously, you've seen like a few people throughout the year, but being back
Yeah.
in Outer Banks with everybody.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we got the scripts and we all just kind of had that same giddy nostalgia of, the first season. And it was like not even a beat was skipped. I mean, we're so close, and, we found ways to be interactive during this whole pandemic. I mean, I think it's kind of common knowledge. We all moved into the same complex and we all live or have been living next to each other in literally like a dorm style sort of circumstance. So it's just been a riot, and it's one of those things that it helps the show so much. And I don't know. It's like you work with your family members, and just the best people on planet Earth. And we have so much fun outside of the show. And then we bring that back into the show. And a lot of the improv bits, sometimes will come on, conversations that we'll have here in my living room or in somebody else's apartment. So I just love those people. I mean, I'm going down to JD's place to go have dinner with his parents later tonight. So it's just that kind of environment. We're just always together. They were all here last night. I mean, it was Drew, JD, Maddie. We're all just sitting here watching TV, just laughing, watching stupid YouTube videos. So, it's just awesome to be around people that you genuinely love the hell out of, and get to spend a ton of time with each other. And sometimes you want to, rip each other's heads off, but most times you're looking at each other like, I'm just super thankful that I have a group of people that I just absolutely adore and get to spend, a ton of time with and make this magical show with. So I'm just eternally thankful for it.
Definitely. Is just so fun to have that kind of relationship with the people you work with.
It's never ending riot. I mean, it's like belly laughs constantly, to the point to where you're like, I can't even work out because my stomach hurts from, curling over laughing. So, I mean, it's because you hear horror stories sometimes of people getting sick of one another, or, getting on a show and having, exhaustion of being around the same people. But I can justifiably say, I mean, across the board, we all just collectively can sit down and have the most obnoxious evening with, just us sitting in a room and having nothing to do and just laughs and stupid jokes. So I love these kids to death, and everybody behind the camera too. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better group of people to, go to work with and create this TV show with.
Now, obviously, without giving too much away, what can you tease in this upcoming season? I mean, were there shockers
Nothing.
for you?
I can't say anything. No, I'm kidding. I can say, actually, no, I can't really say a lot. What I can say is that, it's an incredibly exciting story. And it's like if you took season one and, it's sort of like when you have that lover in high school and you're like, oh, I have a crush on her, and she goes away for the summer and she comes back and she looks like a completely different person, and you're like, wow, that's awesome. I'm even more interested in her than I once was. That's kind of how I feel about season two. It's like when Archie came back, from, I think he was gone for the summer in the first season of Riverdale, and he's like,
came back from camp. Right.
Yeah, that's kind of how I hope people look at season two. I mean, I just think performance-wise, everything is nuanced. Everybody did such an incredible job of bringing their A game this year. And we've had phenomenal people behind the camera who have, heightened the visual representation of the show as well. So
love that.
Cinematography, the dialogue. I mean, we've got such a great creative team with Josh, Jonas, and Shannon who, bring the story to life. And so I think personally, season two is my favorite of the two seasons. I will say that. So.
And lots of surprises and twists and turns. John B just keeps.
It would be Outer Banks if it wasn't. Yeah.
Hitting some dead ends.
We've got a lot of tricks up our sleeves. And I think a lot of people are going to be excited about that.
Mm-hmm. Now, I see that you're reuniting with Charles Esten in Tell Me Your Secrets, which is coming out in 2 weeks on Amazon. Yes. We don't know much about your character. Can you tell us a little bit about, what's going on there?
That's always the best, right? When you don't know anything about a character and then it pops up. No, I will say Adam is sort of a sensitive kid who is entangled in this universe. And, his sanity, I think, is questioned a little bit as things get, a little bit twisty and turny. And, Tell Me Your Secrets is just a star-studded cast. I mean, fronted by Lily Rabe and Amy Brenneman. So, just to have an opportunity to step into this world and have a little bit of time to play pretend with those guys is just incredible. And Harriet Warner, who penned the script, she's just an incredible writer. Did such a great job with the script, and, Made Up Stories, who did Big Little Lies and The Undoing. They just creative geniuses. So I'm super thankful to, not just have Outer Banks, but to, step in another universe with these guys and work with such incredible people. So I'm excited. I think everybody's really gonna, enjoy the twists and turns of this, murderous, thrilling, TV event. So We'll see.
Yeah, the trailer is just wild. Like, I can't imagine what's going
I got
to happen.
anxiety. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
my palms were sweating 20 seconds into it. I was like, this is the show. I'm in this. They write me out. Are we sure about this? You know, am I good enough actor to even work with these people? So yeah, I'm super excited and super excited for all of them, because I think this is just going to be, you know, I think it'll be the hit of the winter season. So
yeah. And then finally, of course, with Valentine's Day coming up, and you and Maddie celebrating together, you're both down there. Do you have any plans?
You know, just based on really, really respecting the privacy of our relationship, and you know, people kind of knowing everything about where we go, and Charleston being such a small city, I'm going to keep it private. You know, I'm going to respect her, and I'm going to respect our relationship, and you know, we'll see. You know, trying to do it in a COVID-friendly way, and you know, just have a you know, a good time for her and I. I think this year has been just so hectic. So it's super important to me to make sure that she feels comfortable in times like this. And so my gift to her is going to be privacy, and
good for you.
Us to have, you know, thing for her and I to share.
Good. That's really lovely. I think that's amazing. And I hope you two enjoy it and enjoy some good food, obviously.
We'll do. Yeah. And it's hard to not find good food here in Charleston. So
good.
Yeah, we'll doing our best.
Amazing. Well, can't wait for season 2 of Outer Banks. Best of luck to all you guys, and hope to talk to you again soon, Chase.
Yeah, just want to plug those last 2 websites one more time before we take off.
Sure.
So I'mAVeggieLover.com is where you can go and find all the information for, you know, the virtual event with me and Damona. Again, spaces are limited. And SweetEarthFoods.com. Go and get your products, go try them out, and send me some messages. Send me some stuff on Instagram. Let me know if you like it. Yeah, thank you so much for your time today.
Amazing. Thank you. Have a good one.
Absolutely. You as well. Talk soon.